Well, I had a couple of videos recording during totality that did not record, but my goodness, it was absolutely incredible just how dark it got nearly instantly. Like within a matter of 30 seconds, it just got incredibly dark. And then you saw the diamond ring. I will be honest, I screamed, and I've never screamed like that since the last time I rode a roller coaster when I was 10. My goodness, it was the feeling of euphoria and like the immense payoff of just having waited so long, having driven that far, just being so tired, sleep deprived. And then I looked through my telescope. The corona was beautiful. There's not a word to describe it, but
all those wavy lines that were going through it, that's what I was trying to get a picture of.
Right.
I knocked it off.
Right, the wavy lines of chromosphere. I could
was like
see
lace.
Yeah, lace.
Like lace.
Then I saw like the pinkish red of solar prominence from the hydrogen plasma being ejected, which was just awesome because I've seen it on like on websites like from Ghost 13 imagery, but seeing it through my telescope and like my lens had it perfectly. Like it was just, I perfectly lined it up right at where the last sliver where it was like 99% probably. I had it lined up and good to go. And then the just brilliance of the diamond ring, it was surprisingly brilliant because it was just so dark around it. And then it was like you saw the spot of the ring and then it just arched around and connected on the back side. Just the progression from like the diamond then forming the ring and then it faded to see the full view of the chromosphere. Like people were cheering. Oh man. And then
were there other people cheering? Because I only heard you and me.
a fair point. Oh my goodness. I couldn't have appreciated it more. But then it was probably about 30 seconds before the next diamond ring when I noticed the cicadas were just so loud. And just people like started noticing it around, and it's just like, wow, it has changed so much. And then as my hand continues to shake because I'm just so worked up from it still, it's, man. Then the diamond ring came again, but it was on the other side. You saw the brilliance come back to what was the I have to recalculate because I forget which direction it came from. Alright, so yeah, alright, so it would have started on the eastern side, so that's where the first diamond ring, and then it connected, and then the last diamond ring, and then it split. I didn't see Bailey's beads. I didn't get to see, I totally forgot to look down at my sheet to look for shadow bands after the diamond ring. But, I mean, beforehand, I was looking, I couldn't really see anything. Also, there was a cloud of pretty thick cirrostratus, enough to make a halo, but it was, I saw Venus. It was just before, like when it was still like 98 to 99%, Venus popped out of view, or into view, and then like all through totality you could see it, and then it was over. We applauded, we were just sad it's over, but incredibly just in awe. And then started talking to some people, looked up again. Venus was still there, you could still see it. That was when it was still like about 95, as a sweat bee comes up. Still probably about 95%, and you could still see Venus. I couldn't see Jupiter. I didn't see Regulus, the star in Leo. I didn't see Mercury. It was too thick of a cloud layer. but that can come again. In 2019 is the transit of Venus, of Mercury, I believe. So I am going to find the next one, make my way there. 2023 annular eclipse I'm excited for. Not quite totality, still awesome. Am I still recording? Surprisingly. See, now it continues to record.
It's trying to make up for what it lost for you.
Exactly. This phone, I swear. 2024, the next one from, what is it, from?
April 8th.
April 8th.
2024.
From Mexico through New Brunswick, I think it goes. Goes through Carbondale again. Lucky.
I might have to go there.
Lucky bastards.
Yeah.
Edit.
Yeah.
Oh
Man, I didn't get this. When I pulled the filter off, I didn't get the record button hit. I got one picture. And it's blurry.
Oh man. Well, you got those total.
Yeah, I
Corona.
got those
Corona.
good pictures that look like they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
I hope so, because that was the main thing I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have got one that looked lacy. That's what really got me.
Yeah, had it be like right in focus.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful.
And see, the way my lens was set
I've got two
up.
things recording at home. I've got the NASA one.
Okay, yeah,
They were doing that on C-SPAN for 4 hours, so I'll get to see it again.
Uh-huh.
And then I did our local channel 4 out of St. Louis. I did theirs too.
Hmm.
So
I mean, it looks like a moon pie.
it's about done, isn't it? Real close.
Maybe 10% coverage.
Oh, I forgot to bring a moon pie to eat.
Yeah, I didn't have time to try and find one.
Oh.
I didn't want to bring my 2 liter of Sun Drop, but if I still had a can of it, I would have brought that and popped it open. But it's incredible. I am fulfilled. This was
Like
everything I could have.
Like an eyeball from
dreamed
the
to
side.
be.
You just barely see part of the iris.
Part of the what?
The iris, like looking at an eyeball from the side view, and you just.
Oh yeah, like it looks like an eyeball. Yeah. The thing that was most striking was when it was still. It might have been 75%, if that, but it just looked like a Cheshire cat grin, and that was the best comparison of just like how curved and pointed at the edges it was long before totality, and then for it to decrease from a circular crescent to a near line to then presumably what would have been, is it Bailey's beads then diamond ring?
Diamond ring and then Bailey's
Diamond's
beads
ring
before the corona.
Right. Didn't see Bailey's beads. I
think I did for just a second.
see diamond ring. You're supposed to keep your glasses on.
Right.
I took them off like an idiot. Goodbye a month of
I
vision.
hurried up and turned the camera on.
Yeah.
So, I
so
just
I
looked
was-
up in time just to barely see Bailey's beads.
Yeah, my eyesight was saturated trying to see the diamond ring, so I couldn't render the. I don't know if the eye can render, but it couldn't render the Bailey's beads, and then just the totality. And it was coming from that direction. You saw a stark line there to that direction, and then about there was the path of just like the dark shadow was incredible. And as the storm, it's been over here for a while, it looked like it was at a sunset. It was incredible. And then after I took my eyes off of my telescope, finally, I looked around. It was just this, it wasn't a sunset color. It was a green orange. It was absolutely bizarre. I've heard that during totality, the full sky is a purple black. It's not quite black as night. and I didn't see that because we had clouds and I didn't look very much over here. But I mean, in the time that I've been here, the sun has moved quite a bit in the sky. That's probably around 5 to 10% right now. I wish I had a solar filter so I could see the sunspots, because the sunspots are cool. Oops, drop these. I don't want to drop these on concrete and damage them.
No, because if you didn't hurt them, you'll probably get another use out of them.
Right. Use it again. But the cicadas, the bugs out now went quiet, and then the cicadas were just buzzing everywhere. That whirring buzz of the cicadas. Because, like, I grew up listening to cicadas in the South, and that's just my summertime night of just sitting on the porch, on the deck, with tiki torches lit, and cicadas buzzing. That is summer to me, and that sound, sort of like the smell memory, the sound memory just clicked for a moment, and I was like, wait a minute. Half of the time I was screaming, probably a quarter of the time I was laughing, the other quarter of the time I was panicking because I didn't want to miss anything. I mean, my eyes were dry because I couldn't cry for whatever reason. It was incredible. I wouldn't have missed it for the world, and I didn't miss it.
Just your phone did.
Yes, my phone missed it, but I did not.
So did my camera.
And I was doing the thing that basically everyone I ever watched describing for your first time: don't film it, don't take pictures, enjoy it. Your 2.5 minutes are going to be the ecstasy of the year of however long, and you just have to enjoy it. And enjoy it I did. I just wish I could have had a little bit longer, because it's just...
We should have went to my house. We'd have had a whole second.
A whole second longer at Diana's house. But my phone, I had the app that called out the times, but that would have just been distracting. With Dark Side of the Moon playing, the Eclipse song at the very end of the album, just as it was progressing through the song, it just came and went in my ear, and that is, I mean, Pink Floyd, I grew up, I'm sentimental, like that album, I just grabbed it from my dad's CD rack and was like, hey, can I listen to this? It's got rainbows on it, it's got Dark Side of the Moon, that's a cool space thing, right? I'm gonna listen to this. And like 4th or 5th grade, I just grabbed it, popped in my CD player, and just loved it. By middle school, that's when I discovered this Eclipse was going through North Carolina. By high school, I was like, hey, I knew the album front to back. Like, I can't hear a song now on the radio without hearing the next one progress into. But, yep, still recording. But it's just the plan that I had since high school. Unfortunately, my dad couldn't be here. He's still in North Carolina. I'm in Iowa now. I wanted to sort of just share that moment with them, but oh well. But it's like, I mean, 2017, man.
Not much left.
This is quite the year. I'm gonna stop the recording now. I'll probably be back in just a few. Hopefully this saves.